Hello, Buckeye Nation. Now that we've had a chance to bask in the gloriousness that was the Wisconsin game, it's on to the next. Rutgers. And oh, Rutgers. I feel like all I have to say still is Rutgers is Rutgers, and that could be the video. However, I do go a bit deeper, and for those of you who are interested or are like me and still want to get hyped even though it's just Rutgers, keep watching. Welcome to Buckeye Football Fangirl. If this is your first time here, my name is Lisa, and I'm the gal behind this channel. You all are amazing for tuning in, especially since it's Rutgers week, and I want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. This week, I'm trying something new, and I split apart my videos. I dropped my Wisconsin game recap earlier in the week, so if you haven't already, you should definitely go check that out. It was full of awesome tweets from Buckeye fans, and I had some fun giving out imaginary awards to some of the players that have been the most fun to watch this season. Today, we're going to talk about Rutgers, what we're likely going to see from them on the field, and what we might see from the Buckeyes this weekend. But before I do that, I'm gonna go on a mini tangent. Did you know that last year Ohio State played Rutgers during week 5? And this year, we play Rutgers during week 5. A little bit deja vu-y, if you ask me. Last year, we pounded them 52-13. It wasn't even close. This year, I hope we do the same thing, because I'm okay with that kind of deja vu. All right, so let's take a look at the team that we're up against this Saturday. Ohio State has played Rutgers 8 times since their first meeting in 2014 and has won each time. Out of those, there have been 6 blowouts and 2 games that have been slightly closer. Underneath head coach Greg Schiano, Rutgers has seen major transformation. However, they are still Rutgers. Rutgers has started out the season 3-1, winning close games against Boston College and Temple and blowing Wagner out of the water before losing to Iowa last weekend. Yes, Iowa. Somehow, Iowa figured out how to put 27 offensive points on the board. Oh wait, no, never mind. Correction. Iowa's defense put 14 points on the board, while their offense logged a touchdown for 7 points, and their kicker knocked in 2 field goals for 6 more points. So, in a sense, Rutgers kind of gave them that game by losing the turnover battle. Anywho, let's take a look at this team. Head coach Greg Schiano, forever the king of trick plays, hasn't pulled nearly as many yet this season. Makes me wonder, are they saving some of them up for this game against Ohio State? Schiano has been known for bringing incredible inspiration and motivation to the program, making the most of the talent on the team and taking advantage of the transfer portal. His CHOP mantra, where they focus on one play, one quarter, one game, or one tree at a time, is the perfect parallel to how he has transformed the program. Okay, maybe not the tree part. This year will be his 14th season as head coach of Rutgers. He was previously head coach from 2001 to 2011 and was then hired again in 2019. As a previous defensive coordinator for our beloved Buckeyes from 2016 to 2018, just a quick reminder, he was the primary recruiter for several Buckeyes still playing today, including Matthew Jones, Luke Whippler, Josh Proctor, Ronnie Hickman, Tyler Friday, and Javonte Jean-Baptiste. Let's take a quick look at who we're going to see on the field this Saturday. Unfortunately for Rutgers, the quarterback position has been plagued with injuries so far this year. We should all be familiar with starting quarterback Noah Vedral, as we've seen him on the field during the last 2 years the Buckeyes have played Rutgers. Unfortunately, Vedral has yet to see the field this season as he's been dealing with an injury that they have been taking week to week. Next, sophomore quarterback Gavin Wimsatt, the highest ranked quarterback recruit Rutgers has ever had, was injured early during the Temple game. Both are TBD for the game this weekend. So while we might see them, I think it's more likely that we'll probably see sophomore quarterback Evan Simon, who has been left shouldering the offensive load so far this year. While he leads the team in passing yards, it is interesting to note with a 60% completion rate, he doesn't have the highest completion percentage on the team. Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, the highest completion percentage on the team actually goes to Johnny Langan. Who, you ask, is Johnny Langan? None other than their top tight end. Yes, their tight end took a few snaps at quarterback during the Wagner game and threw a beautiful 40-yard pass to Isaiah Washington. Now, to be fair, Langan did play quarterback during high school. And so if we see him lining up under center on Saturday, you'll know what's up. Let's circle back around to Evan Simon for a minute. He's a pocket passer. So far this season, he has been sacked twice as many times as he's been responsible for touchdowns scored. And so far, Rutgers has a pretty even passing to rushing yards. So they've been able to keep that balanced against the competition thus far this year. On the receiving end of the football, Aron Cruickshank, Shameen Jones, and Chris Long lead the team in receiving yards this year. On the rushing side of things, Kyle Monangai, Samuel Brown, and Al-Shadee Salaam have split the tote load. Salaam does his damage in the open field, while Brown and Monangai are more of your downhill runners. On the defensive side of things, defensive back Christian Izien leads the team with 34 tackles. He's a quick and athletic defensive back and earned all Big Ten honorable mention last year. Robert Longerbeam, another defensive back, seems to have been the most disruptive thus far, with a sack, a forced fumble, and 2 interceptions this season. He's considered the best player in their secondary, and so he will likely be in the midst of all the action on Saturday. So something else that's interesting to mention is that Rutgers currently sits at number 9 in total defense. Yep, the Buckeyes are 18. Rutgers is 9. This is due in part to their stout run defense, which is currently ranked 2nd in the nation. The other part, in my opinion, is the level of competition that they played thus far. Note, Iowa. Now, I'm not saying that being the 2nd ranked defense is nothing. However, as has been the trend with teams that Ohio State has played thus far this year, I have a feeling those rankings are about to drop. Sorry, not sorry. So what are we going to see from the Buckeyes this weekend? Well, let me preface this by saying that despite having the number 9 total defense in the country, Rutgers is ranked 98th in total offense. That just doesn't sound like a team that can score enough to keep up with Ohio State to me. Ohio State, by the way, is ranked 2nd in total offense. As much as Rutgers has improved since Schiano became head coach, there's simply no way that I see them being able to keep this game close. I think it's going to be another one of those no sweat, relax, and enjoy the fun kind of games. While we don't know exactly who we will see lined up as quarterback this Saturday, if we do get Simon, we've seen what our defense can do with a non-mobile quarterback. Word on the street is that when he throws a deep ball and he misses, he's not even in the close vicinity of the intended receiver. Throw in that he may be prone to turning the ball over more than other quarterbacks we've faced thus far, and I think our defense might be feasting. The Victory Bell tweeted some similar sentiments this week. The offensive line is starting to get into a rhythm in both pass pro and run blocking. Offense is firing on all cylinders. Our defense should be able to get after the Rutgers QB and force some mistakes early. If we see Gavin Wimsatt, he's a bit more mobile on his feet, logging 106 yards so far this year. However, what he gains in having the ability to scramble, he loses in completion percentage, with only a 43 completion percentage so far this year. And I still don't think Rutgers stand a chance. If we see Noah Vedral, he is in between the two mobility-wise, definitely leaning more on his preferred method of moving the ball through passing, but he has shown in the past that he can scramble when needed. There's not much known about his injury that prevented him from starting thus far, other than it was an upper body injury. So it's hard to know if it's one that may impact his play, or if not, and so he's a bit of a wild card. And if we see Johnny Langan, well, all bets are off because who knows what's going to happen. It is said that he can be quite a bulldozer as he has logged 43% of his yards after contact, and he's already thrown a pass for a touchdown. This will be a good game to soak up all the joy that we feel when we get to see the Buckeyes ball out on the field. As fans, can we all agree to have fun this coming Saturday? To not get too bent out of shape if something doesn't go exactly right, or if the Buckeyes aren't firing on all cylinders all 4 quarters? I know. It's a lot to ask. But if you can, Let's soak up this amazing offense and sit in awe of the scary defense. If you're with me and ready to enjoy this game, please like this video and drop me a comment below. If you think that it might be hard for you, let me know that too in the comment section below. And one more thought before I leave you all, brought to you by Dustin Brown's tweet. I really think this Ohio State team is destined to win it all this year. Last year, our defense was so bad, we didn't have a chance. But our defense this year can hang with most teams, and our offense has been more unstoppable than last year's. If we hijack the CHOP mantra and focus on things one game at a time, I think the Buckeyes will get the ending that we've all been hoping for. So let's soak this season up. All right, with that, I'll catch you on the other side of the game. OH.